Let's talk about what it means to go on an Alaskan cruise. There are quite a few cruise lines that have taken up ports, getting you to Alaska, exploring all of the wilderness. But what do you want to know when you're choosing the right cruise line for your Alaskan adventure? That's what we're going to break down today. You're going to hear probably a few of the most popular cruise lines constantly making the top of the list as best cruises for Alaska. You hear about Princess. Princess Cruise has been doing Alaskan cruises a very long time, and they have quite a few ships that are able to explore in and out of those ports in that area. That is owned by Carnival. It's kind of their higher tier level cruise line. So if you're thinking about Princess, that may be one good choice for you. Another great option would be Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean and Celebrity, which is their higher tier version of Royal Caribbean, also have sailings that go into Alaska. These are really great options if you're looking to sail out of a place like Seattle. They have different starting and ending points. You can even start in one city, end in another. You can also do closed loops. So they have quite a few itineraries and a lot of different variety for you to check out. The third, especially if you're traveling with kids and you're looking for a family cruise, would be Disney Cruise Line. They are known for having amazing itineraries that are in and out of Vancouver, and usually those are full loop cruises that you can take. Now, one thing to note with Disney Cruise Line, they now have two ships that are sailing in Alaska. One is the Magic, one is the Wonder. These are some of their older cruise ships, and so keep in mind they're going to be a little bit smaller, but they are going to be very intimate, and they have a lot of different activities that will be tailored to families and kids of all ages while on board, and also with the onshore excursions. Keep in mind when you're looking at an Alaska sailing that these are mostly going to happen over the summer months. You're thinking May into September. That's basically going to be your window of opportunity to sail up into Alaska and really make the most of your time in all of the different ports. Alaskan sailings are going to be different than when you're sailing, say, in the Caribbean or the Bahamas. These sailings are going to be all about taking advantage of your port adventures. This means making sure that you book extra excursions. You're going to want to save additional money from your original cruise fare cost so that you can make the most of all of the different port stops that you have. And you want to make sure that you choose an itinerary that stops you in the different ports that you really want to see. If dog sleds are going to be really important to you, if lumberjack games, if it's more about hiking and seeing some of the glaciers, you're going to want to make sure that you select an itinerary that gives you the most of those types of opportunities. Also, when it comes to sailing in Alaska, I highly, highly recommend having at a minimum an ocean view room, or preferably a veranda or balcony room. This is going to give you the ability to just really take in the beautiful sights when you're sailing from port to port, and when you're docked, be able to explore and see directly from your room some of the beautiful landscapes that are all around you when you're in Alaska. Now, packing for an Alaskan cruise is also a little bit unique. While you are sailing in the summer months, the temperatures can get up into the 60s, but you're also going to feel significantly cooler at night, especially when you're on the decks outside with some of the winds and different things. You'll want to make sure that you pack with layers in mind. You can never pack enough layers when it comes to an Alaskan cruise, because you never know when you're going to want a little light jacket or a sweatshirt or even a blanket to be able to put on your lap if you're sitting outside. The next thing to note with packing is that you do have longer days in the summer months in that area. So if you want full dark and you want to take naps, you want to be able to sleep well, I highly recommend having a sleep mask that you can use to cover your eyes so that you can get more of the standard sleep that you're used to, even with the longer daylight hours that you can experience in the summer months up in Alaska. And keep in mind, as with any cruise that you take, you always want to plan to arrive in your departure port on a day before the actual sailing begins. So you're going to want to add a little extra time to fly in or drive in, depending on where you're coming from, a day early. Get a great hotel option that's going to give you easy access to your port, depending on where you're sailing in and out of, and just take that stress off your mind when you're thinking about worried about different, airline delays or things that can happen. So if you're looking for help for your Alaskan cruise, deciding which cruise line is right for you, which itinerary is going to match all of your desires and all of your goals for your trip, and the best time to book, we're here to help out. So just drop us a message here, and we can't wait to take you all the way to the frontier of Alaska.